Today we have a team of the most loyal players versus a team of the biggest snakes. The most loyal players are represented by the Buffalo Bills, and their roster will include players who spent their entire careers with one team. Meanwhile, the biggest snakes are represented by the Cleveland Browns, and their roster will be filled with players who betrayed their original teams by leaving for rivals, demanding trades, or refusing to play. Both teams will compete in a collection of challenges and minigames, practice mode, franchise mode, and a head-to-head matchup to decide the winner. Leading the charge for the most loyal team is Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitz not only dominated on the field, but he showed incredible loyalty to the Cardinals organization. Joining him will be Calvin Johnson, Mike Evans, and Tyler Lockett. Each one of them have stayed loyal to their drafted teams for their entire career. The starting quarterback for the most loyal team is none other than Ben Roethlisberger, since he spent 18 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, securing 2 Super Bowl victories. Honorable mention goes to Dan Marino, who played 17 seasons with the Miami Dolphins. As for the most loyal running backs, I had to include Barry Sanders, who played for the Lions his entire career, where he only made the playoffs 5 times. And backing him up is a legendary Walter Payton, with Jim Brown being the fullback on the team. At tight end, we have 2 of the very best, Travis Kelce and Antonio Gates. And to close up the offense for the most loyal team, Joe Thomas, Joe Bitonio, Bruce Matthews, Zach Martin, and Lane Johnson have only played for one team their entire career. Leading the defense is Lawrence Taylor. Taylor spent 13 seasons with the New York Giants, winning 2 Super Bowls and an NFL MVP award in 1986. Joining Taylor are linebackers Brandon Graham, Ray Lewis, Levante David, and Joey Bosa. The defensive line features some of the fiercest players to ever play the game in Michael Strahan, Aaron Donald, Chris Jones, Cam Hayward, and Cameron Jordan. At free safety, Devin McCourty leads the charge after spending 13 seasons with the New England Patriots and winning 3 Super Bowls. Alongside him is Troy Polamalu, who spent his entire career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. At cornerback, we have another Steelers defensive legend in Mel Blount. He played in the NFL for 14 seasons with the Steelers, winning 4 Super Bowls, and joining him is Darrell Green, who played for Washington, Rondé Barber, who spent his entire career with the Bucs, and finally, Jonathan Jones, who currently plays for the Patriots. The team of the biggest snakes is led by Brett Favre. After years of being the face of the Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre decided to join their rivals, the Minnesota Vikings, in 2009. I also included Aaron Rodgers as the team's backup quarterback because of his trade demands he made that sent him to the New York Jets after the Packers drafted Jordan Love. At running back, we have Saquon Barkley, the former New York Giants star who shocked fans when he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles after years in New York. Backing him up will be Le'Veon Bell, who sat an entire season instead of playing under the franchise tag for the second consecutive season, which led to his departure from the Steelers. And at fullback, let's bring in journeyman Michael Burden, who's played for 7 different NFL teams, some even being division rivals. As for the wide receivers who are seen as snakes, Antonio Brown is number 1 on that list. Brown demanded a trade from the Steelers after a follow with Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin. Joining him will be Terrell Owens, Tyreek Hill, and Stephon Diggs. All forced themselves out of their original teams. The tight end position will include Rob Gronkowski and Tony Gonzalez. Both tight ends demanded trades on multiple occasions before being dealt to other teams. And to close out the offense for the team of snakes, Orlando Brown Jr., Steve Hutchinson, Alex Mack, Kevin Zeitler, and Alejandro Villanueva will be protecting Brett Favre under center. The defense is captained by Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, who left for the Niners to join the rival Cowboys after an incredible season. Alongside him in the secondary are 3 other cornerbacks who all either demanded trades or jumped to the division rivals: Darrelle Revis, Richard Sherman, and Jalen Ramsey. Julius Peppers might be one of the biggest snakes in NFL history. After holding out for a new contract with the Panthers, he decides to sign with the Bears in 2010 instead. Joining Peppers on the defensive line is Darnell Dockett and Paul Kruger. As for the linebacker position, Roquan Smith shocked many Bears fans when he demanded a trade, leading to his move to the Ravens. Joining Roquan are Preston Smith, Khalil Mack, and Sean Phillips. And finally, at free safety, I had to include Tyrann Mathieu, who has played for 4 NFL teams, and then Xavier McKinney at strong safety, who recently left the Giants to play for the Packers. Let's start with the passing skeleton minigame as our first challenge, and whichever team finishes with the most points will win this challenge. Ben Roethlisberger and Team Loyal will start first, and he hits Walter Payton underneath for a completion. On the very next play, Big Ben lobs a pass up to Mike Evans, who beats his defender and comes down with it for a touchdown. Big Ben continued to make the right reads and quickly finds Megatron in the end zone for another score. After scoring once again thanks to Larry Fitzgerald, Team Loyal will have over 5,800 points. They then kept their foot on the gas, and with just 2 seconds left, Big Ben throws a great pass over the middle to Calvin Johnson for the score, and Team Loyal finished with 16,680 points. Brett Favre and the team of snakes are up next, and he quickly connects with his running back underneath for a completion. On the next play, he throws the ball over the middle to Terrell Owens, who is just short of the end zone. Let's see if they can get into the end zone here, and he throws it to Antonio Brown for the catch. Favre was making great reads over and over again, scoring another touchdown, but with 37 seconds left, he tries to throw a corner route, but it's swatted away by Mel Blount, resetting the multiplier. And even though he continued to make some great reads, Brett Favre and the team of snakes could not mount the comeback, finishing with 8,661 points, which was not good enough as Team Loyal go on to win the first challenge of this competition. The next challenge is a punt return. The team of Snakes will start first this time, and Deion Sanders receives the punt, going straight up the middle and picking up 9 yards. On his very next attempt, he tries going out to the left side, but only picks up 7. On his third and final attempt, he receives the punt, goes straight up the middle, cutting right, but he gets tackled, picking up 12 yards for a total of 28 yards so far. Tyreek Hill is up next for the team of Snakes, and on attempt 4, he is able to juke out one defender but is quickly tackled, only picking up 7. Down to their last attempt, Hill receives a punt and is able to juke out one defender and manages to pick up 8 yards for a grand total of 43 yards. Calvin Johnson's up first for Team Loyal, and after receiving the punt, he is able to break off one tackle before picking up 10 yards. Not a bad start at all, but on his second attempt, he is tackled almost immediately, only picking up 3. One last attempt for Megatron, but the blocking breaks down, and he only gets 4 more yards for a total of 17 yards so far. Let's see if Walter Payton can make something happen on these last 2 attempts. He goes to the right, breaking one tackle and picking up 6 yards. He had a huge return on this last attempt, and after receiving the punt, he goes to the left and picks up 10 yards for a grand total of 33 yards, which was not good enough, and the team of Snakes win the punt return challenge. Next up is a goal line face challenge where 3 receivers on both teams go one-on-one with the opposing team's best corner. Team Loyal will start first, and Big Ben lobs one up to Calvin Johnson, who is able to come down with the pass for a touchdown. On attempt 2, Darrelle Revis sticks to Johnson like glue and swats the ball away. Larry Fitzgerald is up next for the Loyal team, and he has a step on Revis, but the ball is jarred loose in the end zone. But on their 4th attempt, Fitz easily beats Revis off the line for an easy touchdown. Mike Evans is the last receiver up, and even though he beats Revis off the line, Big Ben just overthrows the pass. On Team Loyal's last attempt, Darrelle Revis is all over Evans, knocking the ball away. Team Loyal end up finishing with 2 touchdowns on 6 attempts. Brett Favre and the team of Snakes just need 3 touchdowns to win, and on their first attempt, Antonio Brown absolutely cooks Mel Blount and manages to keep his feet in bounds for the touchdown. However, on his second attempt, Mel Blount was right there to use his long reach to knock the ball out of the air. Terrell Owens is up next, and he gets a step on the defender and makes a great catch inbounds. I am really surprised he was able to keep his feet in bounds on that catch though. Unfortunately, on their very next try, Mel Blount is all over Owens, and the pass goes incomplete. Just need one more touchdown, and on Tyreek Hill's attempt, he blows by his defender and easily makes the catch for the touchdown. And that was enough to beat Team Loyal in the goal line face challenge for a 2-1 lead. Next up, we have the franchise challenge. Whichever team makes it the furthest in the season will win this challenge. And after simming the entire season, the team of the most loyal players finished with a perfect 17-0 record, while the team of the biggest snakes finished with a 15-2 record. And with that, Team Loyal have a first round bye, simming right to the Super Bowl to see which team makes it further. And it was a team of loyal NFL players that continued their undefeated streak, while the team of Snakes end up losing to the Ravens in the divisional round. And let's just see if Team Loyal can complete the perfect season, and they do. Absolutely taking care of business in the Super Bowl, and they end up winning the franchise challenge, and the competition is now tied at 2. The tiebreaker challenge is a head-to-head matchup where we have Ben Roethlisberger leading Team Loyal going up against Brett Favre and the team of Snakes. Team Loyal starts with the ball on offense, and it was Big Ben who quickly connects with Jim Brown for a few yards, and then picks up a first with his legs. A couple plays later, Big Ben quickly throws underneath to Barry Sanders, who takes up the field for 24 yards. But on the very next play, Ben Roethlisberger throws to the end zone, and it was Deion Sanders who was right there for the interception. Brett Favre's opening drive started with a great pass over the middle to Terrell Owens for a big pickup. After a couple more first downs, Favre quickly throws a strike to Tyreek Hill, who gets spun into the end zone for the first score of the game. After simming ahead to the second half, it was Team Loyal who made a comeback and now lead by 7 points. In the second half, both teams struggled to get their offense going, as Brett Favre just manages to avoid the safety, but still loses 11 yards. Big Ben and Team Loyal can make this a 2-score game, and he connects with Larry Fitz for about 9 yards. And a couple plays later, Big Ben connects with Megatron, who breaks off one tackle and gets into the end zone to give Team Loyal a 14-point lead. Luckily for the team of Snakes, Brett Favre immediately answers back with a 70-yard touchdown pass to Terrell Owens. And after quickly getting a stop on defense, the team of Snakes have a chance to tie this game up, and Favre connects with Gronk for the first down. He then immediately goes back to the air, finding Antonio Brown for a 27-yard gain. On 3rd and short, Favre finds an open Terrell Owens, who gets into the end zone, and this game is all tied up. With time ticking down, Team Loyal have to pick up this first down, but Barry is stopped short. They end up sending out Justin Tucker for the field goal, and the kick is up, and it's good. One last shot for Brett Favre to lead the comeback, and he picks up the first down thanks to Terrell Owens. He continues to make the right reads, and with no timeouts left, the team of Snakes are kicking a field goal to tie this game up. Kick is up, and Adam Vinatieri makes it look so easy. This game could head to overtime, but Big Ben has a chance. He makes a nice pass for the completion and quickly calls a timeout. One last play in regulation. Big Ben steps back, he throws the Hail Mary pass to the end zone, and oh, there's a flag, and the ball is intercepted. No way it was pass interference. Justin Tucker now has a chip shot for the win. Kick is up, And he makes it easily. No way that just happened. Team Loyal end up winning the head-to-head challenge and more importantly win the entire competition. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely click on this one right over here. I know you'll enjoy it. Click on it.